South Africa's latest crime crisis has put the spotlight on a politician whose own past is closely connected to the very criminal world he now says he can help defeat. Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie has used the tragedy in Ranger Park to launch a strong criticism of the state's current approach to violent crime. His argument is blunt. Traditional policing methods are failing against heavily armed criminal networks operating in vulnerable communities. Mackenzie's background makes his message particularly striking. As a former gang leader who later turned his life around, he has repeatedly presented his personal experience of the criminal underworld as an advantage in understanding how gangs and organized crime operate. He said that if the Patriotic Alliance were to lead government, it would take a far more aggressive approach to reclaim communities affected by mafias and street gangs. But those claims are also likely to fuel an important debate. How far should the state go in fighting organized crime, and how can tougher policing be balanced with accountability and the rule of law? The violence in communities such as Ranger Park has already placed enormous pressure on government and law enforcement authorities. The deaths of police officers and civilians have renewed questions about whether the South African Police Service has enough resources, intelligence capacity, and operational strength to confront increasingly sophisticated criminal groups. Mackenzie's comments come at a time when public frustration over violent crime remains high. For residents who feel that criminals have gained control of parts of their communities, promises of decisive action can be particularly powerful. At the same time, critics are likely to question whether tougher rhetoric alone can solve a problem involving organized crime, policing failures, corruption, unemployment, and weak community safety structures. What happens next will be closely watched, particularly how government responds and whether political parties can offer practical solutions rather than competing promises. For South Africans, the bigger question is simple: who can actually make communities safer? Tell us what you think and follow our channel for the latest developments.